Good evening everyone, and welcome to today's tutorial. Okay, so this is Visual Studio Code. I remember I posted in the group, I gave us options of softwares and applications we are to install for this training, and one of the software I recommended for PC users is Visual Studio Code, and then for Android users I suggested Treb Edit. So this is Visual Studio Code. If you have your Visual Studio Code installed already, then you should have a similar screen like this, though this one has already been installed already. So but you should have a similar screen like this. So in today's class I'll be teaching us basically how to create a folder, how to create a file, and then and also how to name our file and some other few stuffs basically, and then also how to copy paths to view our work. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, I'll just go straight into the video. And in order for us to create our folder, I'll just minimize the screen, and this is my desktop already. As you can see, I've already created a folder. Okay, I'm coming. Let me just delete this folder and create a new one. I'll just right click, come on, new folder, and I'll title our folder web design, sorry, web design. So you can see our folder has been created. So I'll just head over back to our Visual Studio Code, and I'll come over to file. You can see it here, file. So you click on the file, and then you scroll down here, you see open folder. So I'll just go ahead and click open folder. Now don't forget that our folder was created on our desktop, so I'll just head over to desktop, and then I'll scroll down and look for it, web design. So you can see this is it, web design. So I'll just go ahead and select the folder, and then you can see our folder is what has been created. So if you come over here, you'll see it here, this is it, web design. This is our folder right here. Okay, now that our folder has been created, the next thing I'll be teaching us is what, how to create our file. Okay, so in order to create our file, as you can see here, this is the folder here. If you scroll down here, you're going to see this icon here. It's showing new file. The next icon is showing new folder. The next one is refresh explorer, and then the last one is collapse folder in explorer. So basically I'll be clicking on new file, okay, because now we're creating a file. We've already created our folder, now we're creating a file. So I'll click on new file. Now this is how to title your file properly, because I've seen situations whereby some people, try running their code and they're having some issues, some error issues. Sometimes it could be because you didn't create or title your file properly. Okay, so I'll be showing us how to title our file properly. Now while creating your file, okay, while giving your file a name, remember you can name your file any name. It depends on the project you're actually working on. So this is how you title your file. Let's say for instance you want to write my first work, and then you type something like my, sorry, this screen, let me zoom it a little bit, it's too tiny. Good, I believe we all can see it clearly now, right? My first work. Okay, now if you title or you name your file this way, you're going to have error, your code won't run, okay, because you're not supposed to space it. So this is the right way to do it. You join everything together, like my first work. All right, this is how to do it properly. Then you add the extension, and since we're working on HTML, our extension will be .html. You can see immediately I added HTML, you can see this icon over here changed. It shows that it's working. All right, and it's showing that this is an HTML file. Okay, so but for the sake of this class, I'll be naming our file introduction. Okay, so introduction.html. Okay, so you can see that our file has been created. Okay, our file has been created. So the next thing we're going to do is to write our HTML skeleton. Okay, every programming language has its own skeleton. All right, so I'll be teaching us how to generate the skeleton for HTML right here inside of Visual Studio Code. Okay, so to do that, we're going to write our HTML. Because immediately I click HTML, you can see it here. So I'll open it. The next thing is the head. I'll open the head. Inside the head is where we have our title. So the title of this document we're working on is what? Introduction. All right, I think this is too big. Let me zoom it out a little bit. Okay, I think it's fine like this. So outside the head is where we have the body. Okay, good. Now if you see, now every opening tag, this is the opening tag for HTML and this is the closing tag. Okay, so we have the opening tag and the closing tag. So whenever you open the tag, make sure you close the tag, or else you know you have an error. Okay, so this is the opening tag for the HTML, and then this is the closing tag for the HTML. You can see the head, this is the opening tag for the head, and this is the closing tag for the head. This is the opening tag for the body, and this is the closing tag for the body. All right, so and the difference between the opening tag and the closing tag is just this forward slash, this forward slash inside. That's just the difference. All right, so now the body, everything we're going to be writing, every code we're going to be writing will be written inside the tag body. Everything will be written inside here. Okay, so for example, I'm going to call one of our tag, which is h1, and inside the h1 I'll write something like okay, welcome to my website. All right, so in order for us to view this is our work that we just written now, you come over here to this introduction here, you right click, and then you're going to see copy path. This is it, copy path. Now you click on copy path. Now that you've copied your path, then you come over to your browser. You could be using Chrome, Opera Mini, or whatever. So I'm using Chrome, so I'll just head over here. Okay, I'll just head over here, and then I will paste it. Control V, I'll paste it. So this is our work. I've already copied the parts. So the reason why it's not showing is because I haven't saved it. So you have to always save your work whenever you want to preview it. So to save, you just Control S. Now watch what will happen if I come back here and I refresh it. You're going to see welcome to my website. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So I think, guys, I'll be ending this class here. So see you guys in our next clip. Thank you.